Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Flat Smack, where we put the smack down on the flat earth idiocy. Today I have another video for you from none other than Nathan Thompson, who once again goes after someone in a parking lot for simply wearing a NASA t-shirt. I feel like now is the time for me to explain to you the name of my channel, Flat Smack. You see, when Nathan goes after someone to push his flat earth idiocy, he calls it flat smacking. So I thought I'd take that name back and use it for good. And what good do I use it for? That's right, putting the smack down on the flat earth idiots. In this video, Nathan says some incredibly stupid things. Trust me, you don't want to miss it, so stick around.
So I'm walking into the grocery store yesterday and I see this gentleman wearing a NASA shirt, and I felt inspired to turn on my camera, tell him about flat earth, and record the interaction. Here's that video. Please like, share, and subscribe, and shout out to everyone who supports the channel.
Wow, Nathan felt so inspired he had to get out his camera and start recording. I wonder if this had anything to do with it. Cha-ching.
Question.
Yep.
I'm not trying to like piss you off or trigger you.
All right.
You ever met a flat earther?
I have not. Well, actually, one of my friends is flat Earth,
Yeah.
but I haven't really talked to him about it.
So I got the nope. You got the NASA.
I know. I saw that. If you want to get a pic, I mean.
Well, I want to take a video because I like. Why do you wear a NASA shirt if you know about flat Earth? I know you're not a flat earther.
I'm not a flat earther.
But
it's because I was in a Squadron 17 in the Corps Cadets, and
Really?
they honor the 7 astronauts that passed away on the Challenger mission. That's why I wear that shirt.
yeah. So what if I told you all those astronauts are still alive, and that nobody actually died, and that you were honoring a false flag?
All right, I'm going to stop him right there. This is where I start to get really pissed off. When you start to disparage the memories of American heroes who gave their lives for this country in the pursuit of exploration, and you start to disparage them and call their deaths fake and say that they're part of some big conspiracy, that's where you really start to piss me off. So let's just go over a few of these ridiculous claims. First, we have the Challenger commander, Francis Richard Scobie, who the conspiracy theorists want to say is now Richard Scobie, CEO of Cows and Trees Limited. The only problem is that at the time that Francis Richard Scobie, the former Air Force pilot, was training with NASA as an astronaut and serving as an instructor pilot for the shuttle's 747 carrier aircraft, Richard Scobie, the current CEO of Cows and Trees, was serving as the CEO and president of the Marketing Edge Inc. in Chicago. Not to mention the fact, look at their chins. Completely different. Completely different. Next, we have Mission Specialist Ronald McNair. And although he and his brother look a lot alike, like most siblings, they still also look very different. Notice that Carl has a gap between his teeth. Also, Carl didn't just show up after the Challenger disaster. What happened is that the creator of this conspiracy was unable to find a similarly named doppelganger, so they just used his brother. Next, we have another Challenger mission specialist, Ellison Onizuka, the first Japanese-American astronaut. He also has a look-alike brother named Claude. Again, two different people, closely related, and this is what the conspiracy theorists use as their proof. I could go on and on with the rest of the crew, but it's just more conspiracy theory BS that's easily disproven. I'll promise you this, if Nathan Thompson ever got in my face with this BS, I'd show him what it means to be flat smacked.
I would think you're crazy.
Right on. Well, they all have Facebooks. You can look them up. One of them's a Yale professor. And a lot of them didn't even change their name. So I could send you a picture of who they were then and who they are now, of 7 out of the 8 or 6 out of the 7 astronauts. I know where they are right now. My friends go confront them where they.
Did you catch what he just said? He said that his friends go and confront these people. 2 of them at least are grieving the loss of a loved one. The others are just ordinary citizens who had nothing to do with Challenger, and they have to put up with bullshit from people like Nathan Thompson.
Work. A NASA employee 3 days ago over here at PetSmart said he's going to punch me in the mouth if I started recording.
And that NASA employee's only mistake was not following through with that threat.
I mean, I don't mind if you record me.
Yeah, well, that's cool. We're in public, so
Yeah.
I'll record people if I want to.
Fair enough.
But he said he's going to punch me in my mouth if I did a lawful act, if I just recorded him. So would you agree that is pretty ridiculous, because it's my right to record in public?
Nathan Thompson, shithouse lawyer. Big on his own rights, doesn't give a shit about anyone else's.
Even if you don't want to be...
I would say it's ridiculous if he's trying to punch you in the face.
Yeah, I agree. So I got upset with him. The video's on my YouTube if you want to check it out. But NASA is lying about space. And I'll just ask you one question, I'll let you get going. I know you probably got cold food. And you've been super cool.
Car checked out.
You've been super cool. The only barrier from the truth is the preconceived notion you already have. So if you think 2 + 2 is 5, and I say it's 4, but you know it's 5, then you'll never believe it's 4, right? Believe it's 4, even though it is 4. So what I'm here to say is that NASA's taking space because you can't have gas pressure without a container. So the sky can't be a vacuum because the atmosphere is pressurized. The second law of thermodynamics is entropy. So if you put your hand on a hot stove, the heat moves to your hand. If you put gas pressure next to a vacuum, the gas pressure moves into the vacuum. That's just common sense. So to think that the sky is connected to a vacuum, but with no barrier.
So how do you think the Earth is flat?
Well, there's no measurable convexity. Have you heard of hydrostatics?
No.
Okay, it's the property.
Science is my least favorite subject, so
It's
I
all
really
good.
don't know jack.
It's all good. Well,
I just
what
know
they teach
I've
in school.
flown in a lot of airplanes.
Yeah.
And
Flat Earthers love trying to sound smart when they have absolutely no idea what the hell they're talking about.
I mean, they end up in the same place, right?
Yeah, I know. You can fly over a flat Earth too. The FAA trains pilots on what's called a target generation facility. Have you heard of a target? It's a software, most expensive software in the world for Earth. It's a flat Earth that doesn't move. Now, if you get in an airplane and you fly east, is it faster than flying west? No, it takes the same amount of time. I mean, there's difference in jet streams and stuff.
The westerlies and the easterlies.
The wind.
Yeah, the wind.
But we're not incorporating Earth rotation,
Well,
right?
yeah.
Yeah.
But
So
that's because it moves at such a slow rate in comparison.
it doesn't move at all in comparison. Sometimes there is no wind, right? Sometimes there's no wind. So to say that the Earth is that's just mind control. I'm trying to free you from it because I love you, dude. I love you. I really do. And I've been testing this for 3 years. You asked me why I think it's flat. I've been in over 30 states, testing it in over 9.
I've been in over 18 countries.
Yeah.
And I'm telling you, my experience in travel at least, it doesn't make any sense to
Have
me.
you tested the surface of the Earth? No.
What do you mean tested the surface of the Earth?
I mean, not traveled, not pretended that that's proof of curvature, because it's not. You got in a plane, the airplane ascended, leveled out, and then descended. And the Earth did not rotate underneath the airplane. You already agreed the Earth doesn't rotate under airplanes. When it's said to be moving 1,000 miles an hour. Now, if the Earth moves, it can't just drag all the air with it. When I move my
Well, yeah, but
that's not how
think
fluid
about an
dynamics.
airplane. Like, you're moving pretty fast in an airplane, but it's not like you feel much of the movement.
Because you're
you're
in
in it.
the airplane.
We're on the
Well,
Earth, right?
We're on the Earth. So being on
but
a
we're
ball that's spinning is not analogous to being in a closed container.
But with the Earth being as big as it is, there's no way you feel the movement in reality. You know, like yes, there's.
What? Just because it's big, you wouldn't feel 1,000 miles an hour? Who told you that? Who told you that?
Dude, how would that not make sense? If if it's moving.
1,000 miles an hour is faster than the speed of sound. You get on a roundabout and you go 5 miles an hour, you feel it. It doesn't matter if the roundabout is going 5 miles an hour and the roundabout is as big as the entire city, or if the roundabout's real small.
All right, for all you flat earthers like Nathan Thompson who still don't understand that speed is relative, here's your refresher class. This yellow line is stretching across the United States exactly 1,000 miles. What does that mean? That means it'll take the Earth 1 hour to move from this point to this point. That is incredibly slow. It is imperceptible because speed is relative.
Still moving. You would be able to test it. My argument is not, do you feel the earth move? Nobody feels the earth move unless you're drunk. My argument is, you can't prove the earth moves scientifically. There's no test to prove the floor is spinning or blasting through space.
A 15-degree-per-hour drift.
That's just mind control.
I mean, I don't know enough about this subject.
What's your name?
Tanner.
I'm Nathan.
All right.
Can I give you a flyer? I got them in my car. Let me give you
I
one,
don't know,
and you go home with it. Just take a look at it. I'm gonna grab one for you, Tanner. All right. Thanks for watching. Love you guys. Wow, quick update. I just gave Tanner both flyers, and he's a Christian, and I told him, well, your Bible says test all things and hold fast to that which is true, and he says, you're right, it does. So, guys, service to many leads to greatness. We need to get out there, and sharing is caring. For all you know, you're talking to robots on Facebook and Instagram. They might not even be real people, and you're over there trying to tell them about the characteristics of water and experiments that have been done, and you're not even talking to a real person.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, this brings this episode to a close. If you enjoyed this episode, please do like and subscribe, and remember to hit the notification bell. Also, please leave a comment in the comment section and let me know who you'd like me to smack down next. And until next time, keep smacking them down.